Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
hello.
I totally forgot a thing that I have to do for the guests and immediately messed up, despite us doing tech stuff for the last
That's
while.
o that's okay, Sal. That's okay.
But welcoming everybody to Sullivan Night with this week's guest, Bongo V1.
Hello, hello, everybody. I definitely not just trying to snap my own neck. Hello.
Introduce yourself, Bongo. Tell
Why,
the
hello,
peoples.
everybody. I am Bongo V1, the one and only, the owner of Postmortem TV, the only TV station from the afterlife. Right now, you're not seeing myself on my ghost form. I am using my Android that I should be using more. Sophia. It's a pleasure to be here, Sal.
It's a pleasure to have you. And funny enough, I was actually just thinking about something involving about you when I was like
Yeah?
getting ready for the stream. I think you're the person I have like the VTuber I have known the longest that I still talk to now.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, I like I said, I think you are technically my oldest friend in the VTubing space. Oldest isn't longest knowing, not you're old.
Don't worry, I'm getting old too.
Apparently, there actually is like a 60-year-old VTuber. I don't know who exactly they are, but I've heard other people talk about them like, directly.
Wait, isn't that Grandpa? Like Eldridge Grandpa?
No, no, no. They actually aren't. Well, that might be doxing. No, 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 no. There's like a much older like that guy. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on, moving on.
I just thought it was I just thought that was a just interesting fun fact about the Uber space. Is there's at least one VTuber who is like 65. But yeah, yeah, let's why? You know, the funny part is I've done these a bunch and I never feel ready for them. My brain always
And
is
just
like questions God.
breathe it in, breathe out. You got this.
Uh yeah, so I guess a good place to start is yeah, how long have we known each other? I think I've known you like 5 years at this point.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say about that. About 5 years. I think I was in the very primes of my career. I was still announcing everywhere where I was staying and stuff. I don't think I had a group at the time.
Yeah. I I distinctly remember popping. I think I still have first on your streams. I used to go
Yeah,
hop.
yes, one of the OG founders.
Actually, I think you have, or at least I think you should have first here. Now that I think about it, I've had people who have first pop into my stream and they don't have the first thing.
I believe I do have that. Just just not no money to sub. I'm sorry.
I just was like, they got rid of that. You know what I mean? Like,
I, yeah,
but
yeah, I know what you mean.
what have you been up to lately? I haven't. I mostly only keep up with. I haven't kept up with you as well as I probably should have. I mostly just
Well,
hang out with you in the groups.
that is fine, and that is fine. We all have lives. And well, besides the shenanigans that I normally get to when I'm streaming and stuff, and on that front, I'm doing Charter's Choice, which is a little thing I organize on my group to get me to complete games. And currently, we're doing Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm nowhere near just going through an ending. I'm still kind of helping Judy. I barely talk to Panem, and just trying to find the guns to fill my what's the name? The armory, the V's armory.
Stash.
Yeah, the stash, right. Thanks. I think last time I got Skippy, and I'm still trying to work through getting 50 unalives with the shooting the legs. So you can imagine.
You know, fair. Skippy actually, funny enough, was one of the last guns I got because I just
The
never
last,
procced.
really?
Yeah, I just never procced that quest for a long time. I had to like really go out of my way to get that quest to proc because I believe it's technically random. You have to encounter a random event to get it.
No, it's literally. I mean, I searched
Think.
online. It's literally just a body in the middle of like Kabuki that that just has the gun in the case, and then you just have to do the kills to for them to prompt you to give him back to the owner, but then you don't choose him and put in your stash.
Oh, have you done the Delamain quests yet?
Yes, I did the Delamain. No, I actually am in the end of the Delamain quest. I just need to deal with all of his AIs, and I'm seriously thinking to just let them free.
Okay, that one's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have Skippy and you after you finish Delamain, get into a Delamain car with Skippy equipped. They'll talk to each other.
I Are you kidding?
Nope.
Okay, I'm testing that next stream then. Anyway, besides that, besides the whole cyberpunk, I'm still doing my collabs. So Valhalla with Novella. I'm playing Split Fiction with Cyber Tiger. I'm not the other Cyber. Um, and besides the whole VTuber stuff, I'm still at work, working in the library, going through another college. I'm studying AI development. We already had our tests and we're waiting for the second bimester classes. And my brother's gonna be teaching two of them, so you can imagine how fun that will be.
Not by a family. I mean, I could see that being kind of fun. I mean, at least you would. It'd be easy to get tutoring. Just be like,
No, Sal, you don't understand. Since I was a kid, my family has been teaching me. When I was in high school, my mother taught me. My brother did some classes with middle school. My brother, my mother, and I think my aunt taught me. College, my brother taught me. And now my second college.
were you
I
homeschooled?
No. It's just a coincidence that most of my family are teachers.
Ah,
And my brother's not only the teacher, but also the one that's coordinating the how do you call it? We call it EAD. It's basically how you teach it from home, like you study from home.
oh, okay. Uh, I'm not. Well, I mean, not 100% familiar with what we would call it.
I also don't know if it's a common of a thing, but yes, he's doing the whole class from home thing with like a page. We take classes over voice calls and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people do that now. Like, although I will actually say I took a math class that way once by requirement. I totally just Googled all my questions.
it takes a lot of will to not do that. Trust me, I
Anytime
know what you mean.
anytime I got one of those complicated word problems where it's like a salad to even figure out what the math problem is you're supposed to do, I would just Google it, and then I would just be like, I did the ones that were easy, the ones that I could easily just look at and know what to do. All the
Same here, same here.
all the tricky ones, they got Googled.
Yeah. But still, kids, if you ever get to do one of those, but be honest, study the material. Don't be like us. We're the bad example.
Cheating is like cheating on schoolwork is bad because all it does is like if you make people think you know how to do things, then people are going to expect you to know how to do things.
Exactly. It could be easy for you to get a job, but you're gonna have to learn at some point. Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust
like
us.
you get to a job and they're like, "Here's your math problem," and you're like, "Oh, I don't know how to do this."
Oh dear. But yeah, but besides stream, I've been just busy with college and work.
That's fair. Uh, my brain immediately is like, I want to ask you more about how your cyberpunk playthrough is going. Like,
No, but by all means, you're free to ask any other stuff in the middles.
'Cause
and stuff.
that was such a big game for me. So now I'm just like, ooh, what class you pick? What guns are you using? What you running? Who you
Okay,
romancing?
running. I want to romance Judy. Honestly, like I understand that all the internet is like off with Panem, and trust me, I get the appeal. I honestly would do both if I could, but you can't, so I'm just going with Judy because I like my hacker girls.
Fair. I also went with Judy. So good choice.
Good choice. And as for what I'm running, just I'm kind of varying, but I'm keeping guts. The Rebecca shotgun.
Uh, I did that too.
Why, yes, because listen, when I get to the point that I can just shove Guts barrel down freaking what was his name again? I forgot.
Atom Smasher?
Yeah, when I get to the point that I get to shove shotgun barrel down the Smasher's gullet, he will feel what I felt when I saw that freaking scene. Like, fuck.
How do you feel about season 2 being coming out?
There's a season two?
Yeah, they did a big community vote of what people wanted. Like, what do you want for another? We want to do another cyberpunk anime. What do you guys want? And people almost unanimously voted for Edge Runners season 2. We don't know what that means. If that means the same cast somehow, or if that
But
means anthology.
I I genuinely don't think they're gonna do the same cast. Perhaps the hacker, but even then, there's a lot of people saying that maybe she didn't survive either, even though
We
she
have,
went to the moon.
we have four major characters who could still be around.
Yeah.
You got you got Lucy, you got Falco, you got Rebecca, and you got David.
Wait, but they wait, but didn't they even like
You never saw
when Cyber?
bodies of either David or Rebecca, technically. So there's a chance they could be alive, especially in Cyberpunk's tech future.
Oh my god! Now I'm imagining just a whole breakout scene of like David and Arasaka because they're trying to understand how he'd survived with like a military grades on Devistan.
I imagine him getting turned into like a chip, kind of like Johnny Silverhands, honestly.
I genuinely hope that doesn't happen. Like Johnny, I get it, but come on, not him.
It's not confirmed. Her gun was just there.
Fair.
But yeah, but all we know is Edge Runner season 2 is coming, and we also have another DLC coming too. They've been
With a second one?
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking it's probably just going to be a more direct tie-in to Edge Runner season. So
Oh my god, I barely managed to buy Phantom Liberty.
I don't
They
know.
better make that a
Could be
swear.
free. I don't know.
I hope that too.
All we
And
know, they did
I'm
like
sorry.
a character thing where it's just like, who's your favorite character? And they had four empty slots, and they were like, yeah, ignore those. And you're like, why did you put four empty slots? That's not even like a full row of empty slots.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, yep.
So yeah, besides guns, I'm just varying weapons. Sometimes I pick up shotguns. Sometimes it's another shotgun besides guts. Sometimes I pick an LMG. Sometimes I get a sniper. And I'm just trying to, I guess, do a body and tech thing with Mantis blades. And yes, I'm gonna try to make Mantis blades work. I know that a lot of people say that it's not like the meta or anything, but I love it.
That's fair. I went for like a full Edge Runners reference build plus just practicality. So I was like stealth, shotgun, laser whips.
Of course, it was. No, that's fair. That's fair. Just joking.
But yeah, like I said, I'm really glad that you're enjoying Cyberpunk. That like I said, that was like my game for a while.
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna be having my time. I'm gonna be having my time there. Just being a menace, and now I'm gonna try to see if I get good with the Sandevistan, because I was just hacking before that. Out of
Yeah,
convenience, I guess.
I actually I honestly, that was the one reference to Edge Runners I had to cut from my build.
Why? Wait,
It was just
one reference?
the Sandevastain.
Oh,
I couldn't get away from hacking.
hmm.
They really, I feel like they should not have given you hacking right out the gate, because once I had hacking, whenever I don't have hacking, it just feels wrong.
Or just make it like a secondary ability, like the blood pumps and stuff. Just like, just give me the ability to switch between Hacky and Devastator. That'd be nice.
Like, yeah, I feel like everyone should be able to do like basic hacking anyway.
Yeah. Or
But
just make Karen's Kov similar to Sandevistan and not just bad.
or
Like I swear, I compared Karen's Kov with Sandevistan. Sandevistan's just better.
I agree. I but yeah, like, or maybe just remove combat hacking from it. Make it so I can just hack like vending machines and like
Or no,
security
better.
cameras.
Just remove lethal hacks. Or just make it so, oh, you want to use lethal hacks to just mess with your enemies? You have to get this a specific chip to hack enemies. Everything else is just utility. So like pinging enemies, hacking cameras, setting off alarms.
I guess they could just give you like a really low like hacking thing. So like you could have like a hacking of 3, and that's like hack cameras, ping. Those are each like, I believe those are each like 1 and 2 points
Yeah,
respectively.
yeah.
I don't know. It still has been a minute since I played the game, and I didn't know.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So fun fact: did you know it comes with a free copy of the tabletop game?
I I have heard about this tabletop game, but I never played it.
I mean, me either. It's not even. The funny part about Cyberpunk is it was never actually that big of a tabletop game until the game came out. Now it's like instantly like one of the most popular ones.
Have you had a chance to run it?
No, I
Like the
really want to play it though. But you get a free
hmm,
copy of the
cool.
main book with the game, and
Interesting. Like even with the Steam copy?
yeah, with the Steam. That's how I have it. If you go to like DLC, there's an option that's free Cyberpunk bonus features, and if you download that, it gives you a bunch of the like I think like the majority of the posters from the game as desktop wallpapers, and it gives you a free copy of one of the tabletop games. It's not the current tabletop; it's the one before it. So like third edition, basically, I guess.
Interesting.
And
That's something interesting.
then also the soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember like when we hung out, you were all about Minecraft. If I remember right, when we first like
Yes.
started hanging out.
Yes, it was I think it was one of the 2 weeks of Minecraft fits.
Yeah, we're always building like giant like farming things, and
Yes, I remember that one. By the time I was on Lottos and not in the not Vixen. Is it Vixen? Yeah, Vixena's Minecraft server, and we had like a small village thing, and I was making like an industrial sized farming plot. Like I think it was what almost 200 blocks total per floor,
it was
and I
huge.
had like each of the main stuff. So one for wheat, one for carrots, one for beets, one for uh potatoes.
Yeah, that was so cool. I remember like you put a lot of effort into that because you were working on that.
Uh, yes, I was. Oh, and I remember as well that I looked some stuff online and all those sorting chest system that I just dump all the stuff there and it auto sorted between 4 chests with like each of the crops. Like a big ass silo. I was so proud doing that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'll do like a Minecraft server again.
You mean the one that you said you were going to do?
Yeah, yes. But also, I hit a really hard dead end, and then someone else was gonna take over for me, and then that's the last I heard of it.
That's okay. That's okay.
Someone else was like, "Yeah, I can just do it." Okay, cool. Never heard of it again. It's been months. Okay.
I mean, hey, maybe when I get good at making servers like physical ones, I could see about setting up one for us if I get the materials. Yeah,
Made a big old like modded mine pack or Minecraft mod pack thing.
modern Minecraft. Are you okay with create? Because I would definitely be one that one person that just has to put create. And I promise I wouldn't do anything to lag out the server. Like
Funny
I
part
know,
is you're not even the first person to be like, if we do a Minecraft server, I want to be on.
no, not creative. Create. It's basically a mod pack that lets you automate things.
Oh, I believe that actually was in the mod pack. Actually,
Nice.
we had a bunch of them. The funniest thing that was in that pack was a Five Nights at Freddy's one, but that was because it had a really
Five
cool
Nights at
furniture.
Freddy's.
Yeah, it had really cool furniture that you could build. Because somebody apparently made a whole mod pack for Minecraft where it's just like the Five Nights at Freddy's mod pack,
Oh
and
my god, that sounds so funny.
and it has stuff where you could like build guitars and stuff for your walls, and I'm like, that's cool. You can bake pizza,
You can actually bake pizza, guys. You can actually bake pizza. That's so
right?
peak.
Like that's cool. Like Five Nights at Freddy's aside, that is just cool.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Me neither. It's just okay. Is it bad if I say the fandom? Like, if it's, I don't have anything against the fandom, but Jesus.
Yeah, it's fair. There's a lot of things that the fandom makes it a little bit intimidating to be like, I want to get into this. I like this thing.
Yeah.
Don't dare invoke their name, or they may appear.
Oh, yeah. It's jeez.
Like, I don't know. I had a joke, and then it immediately.
You speak their names 3 times in the mirror, and Golden Freddy will show up in your back behind you just to steal your soul.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. I always thought that was so fun. I was that. I was that kid who was like super terrified of that stuff, and then suddenly just wasn't because I was like, wait, what if I just try it anyway? And then it didn't. Nothing happened, and then I'm like, oh, I can do anything.
Yes. the fear is just but the weakness of the flesh. I can do anything.
But
I thought,
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've told you my stories about like going and like ghost hunting, basically, where I'm like, oh, there's a ghost, not real, and I'll prove it. Like, like the thing, and nothing happens. Haha.
wait, you were playing Phasmophobia in real life?
I only did that once. Plus the Bloody Mary thing, I guess. But
That's so nice.
like a canyon in my hometown that if you drive through it after midnight, a ghost is supposed to appear and chase you, and if you stop, you die.
Huh.
And I was out after midnight, and I had to go near the pass, and I'm like, why don't I just drive through here and see if the ghost's real? Because if it's real, all I have to do is not stop my car. The ghost never. Ah,
Yeah, what a mood killer. I know what you mean. Is that mood killer? Is that how you say it?
kind of a
How nice, eh?
like a buzzkill or
But buskill, yeah, buskill.
idioms are
Yes,
fun.
but another thing you guys might not know, English is not my first language. I'm still learning.
Don't even worry. Honestly, you have really good English. I will say. Like I forget that don't speak English first. I think
I mean,
I think the only thing you struggle with sometimes is stuff like the idioms.
I guess, yeah, like any any specific idioms for like con we cannot not countries, like states, state idioms.
I mean, uh, pretty much for like America, there's only like sections of idioms. There's like everyone, and then there's Southern idioms.
Ah yes, the southern. I heard about them.
So yeah, there's pretty much everyone, including the South, and then Southern idioms, and that is it.
Excuse my language, why I have a lack in expertise within language lexicons.
That is everyone who
Sorry.
doesn't speak English first language. They're like, "Excuse me, I'm not very good at English. Can I practice with you?" Sure. Uh, then proceeds to speak better English than me, native speaker, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're doing
I
great."
mean, okay.
But like, I don't know, I never learned another language, so I am very jealous of y'all doing that. Like,
Hey, nothing's stopping you from teaching you some Portuguese.
I mean, uh, fine. Wait, no, it's backwards. English to Portuguese.
Oh gosh.
Portuguese translator. Uh, Funny enough, though, I actually was practicing learning the lyrics to a song in Spanish. That's not Portuguese, but I mean, I don't know if that counts.
Eh,
Don't know what any of it
close
means.
enough.
Um,
Wait, was it from Bad Bunny?
no, actually, it is. Do you remember the Suavemente meme?
Suavemente, mano do céu. I mean, man.
Yeah, I was going out of my way to learn it just because I thought it'd be really funny if I could get like a like a bad gif of me doing like the Suavemente dance, like in Genin Suavemente.
Oh, I see what you mean, but wait, Suavemente is a. I guess they sang it here. Hmm.
But Suavemente, besame,
Suavemente. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait up, I
cuando
remember the
quieres
funk
tus
one. Never mind.
labios. But I just thought that would be a funny thing to have. Just
Wait, wait. Are you sure you not mean Despacito?
no, well, I mean, I don't know Despacito. No, Despacito, something, 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 in Puerto Rico.
Despacito.
Dun, 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 dun,
Diego
dun, dun.
Manosito.
Yeah, like, but no, the suavemente, besame, dun, 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 suave, tu, suave.
Okay, now I need to search this. No, no,
Yeah,
but after the
yeah.
interview, sorry. Sorry.
I specifically recommend looking up the Ganon Suavemente meme, just because that's the reason I wanted to learn that song.
Okay, I will. I will.
I guess Cliff Notes. Someone did uh, like a parody of Zelda, and they just have Ganon doing text to speech Spanish the whole time.
Text to speech Spanish Ganon.
He'll just
That
show up
is
and be like, "Hola." He's
that
just
has to
like,
be an
"You've caught me
experience.
mid suavemente," and then he'll just do a dumb dance and throw fireballs and stuff the whole time to like the text to speech does the lyrics to suavemente.
Oh damn,
Really funny.
it is.
Oh wait, Portuguese.
Right.
In uh, hola. Buffalo ou Google Tradutor?
Sim, eu entendo que você tá falando Google Tradutor.
I don't know. I didn't know what to put in.
Você é um bichinho tão bonitinho, gente. Você não concorda?
No idea.
It was something good, don't worry.
uh, but yeah, no, I never learned another language. Well, I mean, I kind of got taught Spanish, but like they do a pretty bad job of that.
Yeah, I heard that.
They're basically like, okay, watch Dora the Explorer every day for like a
D-
single year
Does
of
that
school.
actually work?
I mean, I think the majority of the Spanish I know I got from Dora, so
Like, okay, to be fair, I'm kind of wondering because they also say if you want to learn English, to just watch the. I was gonna say The Office. It's not The Office. It's Friends. Just watch Friends, and apparently
ah,
you learn better or learn how to speak. I guess.
I was told the best thing you can do to learn languages in general is to watch a little kid show in their language for a while until you can fully comprehend a little kid show. And
Huh.
then you should upgrade yourself to a slower, more complicated show. So
And my I think my case for English was that too. Just playing a lot of English games, especially the ones on PS2. Although there wasn't any burnout, sadly. It was just more Need for Speed and God of War.
most of our games don't even have the option to set the language to. At least when I was a kid, most games didn't even have the option to set the language to something else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, like if it was a Japanese game, you could maybe do Japanese audio, but that was like the most you could do. But yeah, actually, how was like how is it?
Yeah.
How is it like navigating the English, like the internet and the greater like internet community with English as a second language? Just as a
Um,
curiosity.
I'd say it's easier, definitely. Like, I think it's not a surprise to anyone that English is very well. The big language. It's a language spoken in a lot of countries, so knowing a bit of it is kind of required. At least in most spaces. I think more now than before.
That that makes
And if
sense.
and if anything, the bigger thing about just me speaking English is just parents, because they speak a language they don't understand. They'll think that you're speaking bad stuff. Let's still deal with that.
You know, I have heard that so many, times, but in a different
Exactly, like
context.
exactly. Like I I hope that anyone that gets to be an adult one day, don't be like our parents. Like, if you ever had the chance to have a kid, to just, create somebody, to bring someone to be a fitting member of society one day, don't ever doubt what they're saying if they speak another language. Incentivize them. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it
Trust me.
really should be just required for everybody to learn at least a second language.
Yeah, especially in current culture. At least to speak the at least to be able to talk to other people, to other countries, since language is almost universal.
Yeah,
They at least sort of know you're saying bad stuff. Exactly. But the problem is that they think it's all the bad stuff. Even if I'm saying that their hair looks nice, they think they're just swearing
no,
for their eighth how do you say, like, grandmother, like, twice removed? Is it twice removed?
if they're removed, it means what does that mean again?
I think it's like a distant cousin, but I could be wrong saying that too.
uh, yeah, like I remember thinking it used to mean that they've been in a divorce. Like their cousin removed means that like their parents are like, but then I don't think that's quite correct.
No, I said twice removed.
Yeah, exactly. That's people are multiple times removed. I don't think people are divorcing and then undoing that multiple times and then redoing it. Yeah, I guess to
Huh.
Google.
To Google. Yes, oh white sage Google, please heed our prayers and explain what twice removed means.
Not removed. Twice removed to Google. Uh oh, that's cousins of cousin, or that's children of cousins. So a cousin once
Oh,
removed is it would be your parents' cousin. Twice removed is your grandparents' cousin's kids.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also known as family members I don't talk to.
Cousin of a cousin as a great grandparent? Like, okay, the whole point of it is saying I will be saying something good for them, and then you think that would be cursing their nth generation.
I guess I mean the problem of trying to like gotta learn the swear words first is people say mean things without swear words most of the time.
Exactly, like, and let's be honest, this whole thing about learning cuss words as a first thing from another language is just such a kid's thing. Like I grew up more and less I have having reasons to use it.
You know, that immediately makes me think of one of the first phrases I learned that I have forgotten since in Japanese. When I was trying to learn Japanese, uh, I it was just because one of my friends taught me it was "I've come for the bitches."
Uh, really?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just surprised.
And that was literally like after like the konnichiwas and arigatos. That was like phrase like five for Cell to learn in Japanese.
Yeah.
They should battle cry to you that they don't understand. Just yeah,
Yeah.
guest star in an anime. Just like I've come for the bitches.
Perfect.
So, do you speak any other languages than just Portuguese and English? Just
Uh, Not really. Although if I had the time and the ADHD would cooperate, I would definitely learn some Italian. Italian or German or
Italian.
both.
Both, that sounds fine. I I have German family. They always I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Fun
I have,
languages.
yeah. I'd say I'd say German is more to understand some stuff in German and do the funny every once in a while and just speak in German. And Italian, I think it's more because it's also a Latin language. It's close enough to Portuguese that I could understand. Interlinguas, everybody.
Yeah, I always heard that like Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese can understand each other, but can't or somewhat.
But yeah, we can understand the gist of the language. So if they're speaking, so we can understand the base idea, but not necessarily what they're saying.
Okay.
And it's all for all the languages that are based on Latin. So Greek, Italian, Portuguese, Portuguese, and Brazilian Portuguese. Um, yeah, anything based on Latin.
Okay. I
Dichi wa doko ni iru?
Norwegian languages, but general understanding gets through. All right.
Yeah.
So I was told with the Nordic languages, it goes one direction, and go too far in one direction, it doesn't go back. It only goes backwards. It doesn't go forwards. Like nobody understands Icelandic, but Icelanders understand everybody else.
Hmm.
I I don't.
I kind of heard that like if you go too far up or down a country, you just don't understand the person. No, no, like if, but I think they were saying that for I don't know if it was Gaelic or like no, not Gaelic. Uh, I think it was Nordic. Yeah.
I will be
That-
perfectly like like first language English. There, I cannot understand a lot of Irish and Scottish when they really get going. Sometimes.
Oh, Irish would be a funny one too. Although I guess I have to get but no, I'm not gonna make that joke. It's fine. It's fine.
Were you here when me and I think you were one of the people we did the speed running language thing with? I think you were in call for that. You remember that?
I think it's been a while. I don't remember it.
Essentially we went on Duolingo, me, Sil, and I want to say you and Pokey. Feel like you were there. And we were just
Hmm.
doing our own native languages and trying to see how far we could get from just the fluency test on Duolingo.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that. But I should have done something like this.
Hi. But the funny part is that you could with we could both get level 3 Welsh. We could get any
Level 3 Welsh?
yeah, just from English. We're like, oh, that's
Holy,
interesting.
yeah, that is something.
But now I'm just like keep reading chat about more interesting language things. Just like oh yeah yeah. Um. Anyway, uh, so another big thing oh, so you are a big fan of motorcycles.
Ah, yes, I am a biker at heart, but not the Sons of Anarchy kind of stuff. Let's keep that clear. I do not condone anything that these people do. I just like to drive in style.
So Sons of Anarchy is like the biker gangs, where they're like basically that's actually what the nomads in Cyberpunk are based off of.
Right.
But yeah, they're like a real thing, but they're yeah. You could be you could be a biker without being in a biker gang.
No, I know. It's just like the whole stereotype, I think.
True. So tell me about motorcycles. Like, how'd you get into motorcycle? What kind of motorcycles do you like?
Okay, so interestingly, I got more into motorcycles because I couldn't get into cars, but more because I was trying to get my driver's license for a car, for cars, and I kid you not, I did it 10 times the same practice exam for me to pass, and all those 10 times I failed.
Barry.
But when I did it for the bike, I passed it first try, the highest ranking on the whole class. Like, and then I discovered later that the place that was doing the test for the cars was actually doing a scam for most of the people. Like they were just reaching a quota of people that they were passing, and then the others they were just reproving. They were failing. They were failing the other ones regardless if they passed or not.
Huh.
So yeah, I kind of despise cars because of that. And I stay the biker because of the convenience. Like it's easier to park, it's easier to maintain, it's easier to drive around. Although I do say that I'm kind of guilty of just weaving myself between cars when there's like a bunch of them near a stop. Don't do that. It's actually a good bad thing.
You know that's really funny because I don't even know if that like you always see that in like shows. I like here, but like I don't think I ever actually see people do that much. I think that might be illegal here.
Yeah. So again, don't do what I do. It's actually a bad thing. Just be a responsible driver, and I am a responsible driver. thankfully, throughout my since college, I never got uh any tickets or anything while driving, and I'm thankful for that. And as for bikes, I prefer choppers really. Like the one that I'm using at the moment is a Yamaha Dragstar 650cc, and I love the thing to death. Although I do admit that she drinks a bit, so yeah. And currently
Huh.
I'm driving a Royal Enfield Classic 500. The thing's a beauty to drive.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, then, like, I'm not kidding. Half of the time when I'm driving around, there's people just taking pictures, asking if I'm selling it. Because, like, for those that don't know, Royal Enfield is famous for their bikes looking like war bikes, as in bikes that were present in World War II and World War One. And they
Nice.
still make and they still make those same design bikes to this day, although modernized. So it's not necessarily a carburetor; it's direct injection and ECUs.
Okay. Interesting.
You put no doubt, like this is a. I I know, Phil. I want to trust me. I just get mindful.
I I actually, so I have really wanted to get a motorcycle for a long time, but I never really was into the chopper aesthetic. 'Cause that was always more my dad's thing, or Dad Vion, because Dad Vion has a big custom made like Harley that he drives or he used to drive around.
Really?
Yeah, I talked to you about it once, and you were like, "You need to send me pictures and stuff."
Yes, yes. And why haven't you sent me pictures?
I just the funny part is I just now realized that I don't think I've ever actually sent you pictures of it.
Yeah, you didn't.
I need to go visit my grandma. He leaves it at my grandma's house. Next time
Eh,
I
I
visit
mean,
my
hey,
grandma, I'll take a picture of it.
hey, if you don't want it, I wouldn't mind taking it off your hands. Kidding, kidding, kidding.
I don't actually know what he's doing with it. I haven't seen him ride it in a while. But I used to drive a motor tricycle. A
Oh, oh yeah, you did mention that a few times.
yeah, little Toyota motor tricycle.
Wait, the Toyota made those?
Maybe
I
it
thought
was
they were
Yamaha,
all like
or maybe it was Yamaha. I'm not sure. It was a Japanese car company. It was a Japanese company.
fair. I
It,
always thought that like trikes were like jury rigged because most of the trikes that you see around here are like literally a it's not Fusca that you guys call it, a Volkswagen Beetle a back with like an elongated fork and a wheel, and that's it.
you
And
know, we
just the bare bones.
we do have those kind of here too, actually. Although they would probably be built up a bit more to be street. They'd have to be like where it's like basically a car, but like with like hat with all the sides missing and it's just one seat.
Ah, yes, yes, I my brother's actually has one of those too, but his is basically dismantled. Also,
Uh,
another interesting thing, I kind of got into bikes and cars and know how to fix one because most of my family are basically mechanic rats. But when I say rats, I don't mean rats as in a bad thing. I mean rats as in someone that stays too much in a place, like a library rat stays too much in a library. A mechanic's rat stays too much in a mechanic shop.
you know what is really funny is that I googled three wheeler and I immediately found the one I had.
Nice.
It was a Honda ATC 110.
Oh, that's okay. But point is, my father, my brother are big on fixing stuff. Like my brother would be the type to like change cars every 1 or 2 years. Like uh, I'm not kidding. Since I was in college and up to this day, he went through like 8 cars and 2 bikes and a trike. And in the
Hi.
middle of all that, I went to three. One of them was like one was the Harley, not a Harley, the Yamaha that I told you. The second was the this Royal Enfield that's my father's, but he's not driving as much, so I'm using it because it's more economic. And the third was Bros. Bros, but what was it? Honda, yeah, Honda Bros 160. And the thing was perfect for me when I was doing college, when I was in college.
Nice. So, so you like Harleys? I'm just this is a
Uh,
curiosity because the kind of motorcycle I like a
okay,
lot more,
not necessarily Harleys, just
like choppers.
styled. Yeah, choppers. Yes.
Sorry, I use them kind of interchangeably because that's like the brand that Dadvion had, but yeah, I meant chopper. My bad.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's understandable that some people recognize more the brand than the name of the thing.
Kind of like calling a bandage a band aid. Band aid's a
Yeah,
company.
or calling it Kellogg's instead of cereal.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. But yeah. So I'm just curious. Like, what is your like? I've always been more into like the more into the like Japanese street bikes. Also, thank you. Uh,
Oh, like the 1000cc like bubble ones. I love those.
yeah. I like I for my dream vehicle for a while was a Kawasaki Ninja.
For me it was the Hayabusa. Like I'm not kidding.
Ooh,
If I get my hands on one of those, I'll be the happiest man alive.
and that
Uh,
goes so fast.
Exact. Okay, yeah. Okay, another thing. I am kind of scared of the bikes like this. Like, I understand that they're very powerful, and a lot of people would be the type to just like go what the full throttle. But seriously, that kind of stuff scares me. So as
Oh,
much as I like to drive, I still try to drive responsibly.
I mean, I
So,
agree. I would
going
probably
back
be
here.
scared to go actually.
Yeah, I'd be the type that type of dad that would just go with a touring bike and like that's like 20 or 30 not 20 like 5 or 6 side bags and back bags to just carry my whole stuff and just go touring along like the Route 66 or something. I still want to do that one day. Go down the whole of Route 66.
There's crazy stuff on there. Have you seen like videos of people driving down that?
I I'll be honest, I haven't seen many. I remember that from the Cars movie a
That
bit.
that's
'Cause,
that's
Radiator
fair.
Springs.
I it is the road I believe between like I believe it's the road between Los Angeles and Vegas, or maybe it's somewhere. It's around that area, and there's just a lot of like crazy stuff from like roadside attractions and some. There's like a glass pyramid thing where they have like a hippie commune that's on Route 66, and
I
there's a
sell is that I don't have money, please. I
like I
want
said,
to go more.
there's a bunch of weird stuff. And like the thing is, it's not even like normal American stuff. It's just like a bunch of really weird stuff is on that road.
Like a glass pyramid, and it's not a Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, no, it's just out in the middle of a desert, away from any town, and then like 300 people live there for some reason. Thank you for the
Hey,
following
Nap!
up. Yep, and they have like cuddle parties and things. They were doing weird stuff when I saw the video of it.
Huh?
But and then like
I wasn't followed. Wait, you
thank
mean
you.
that Cell wasn't following you, or you
They
got the
they
stuff?
they just followed me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. But yeah, no, for real. Like I said, Route 66 is really weird. I should show you the show where they do like the travel vlog of going down Route 66 and all the stops they go. Because I watched this one big travel show. It's really funny,
Oh,
interesting.
definitely. Hell yeah.
But yeah. Actually, pretty much also the entire time I've known you, you've wanted to come visit. Like America.
Yes, I do, but you guys have to freaking set the dollar so high. Like, I'm not kidding. $1, it's 6 times more for me. Like, wow, that's so unfair.
I don't. I yeah. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's
I have
fine. I
nothing
need
I
to
can
get
say
a
to
good
that one. I'm
job. It's
sorry.
fine. You don't have to. If I just need to get a good job, and then those problems will be a thing of the past. Hopefully.
Let's make it a yeah. Let's make that like a goal, a dono goal. Send Pongo to America.
Please, no. Send Boba to Canada. America, I'm going just to visit, like
Oh,
several
I meant
people.
as a visit, not permanently.
I know. Just kidding.
Yeah, if we're sending people to Canada, can I go?
I mean, hey, just hop in the bag. Cheapest ticket ever.
Um. Anyway, but yeah,
Anyway,
motorcycles. Yeah, I always wanted to have like one of those cool, fancy Japanese street motorcycles, so I could do like an Akira slide or something.
all the freaking the same slide that Wolverine did.
Yeah, maybe not make it go too quickly, but like let's get going like 8 miles an hour and do the Akira slide. That would make me so happy.
I want to do that too. No, so that means we need to get art. We need to get art of you doing that would be so cool.
I would love that actually.
Hell yeah.
Actually, you know, it'd be a fun. You know, we should get like. Actually, I would be all in if you wanted to do like Akira bikes, like art. We could both do that. You like bikes?
Hell
Like
no, I
we're
definitely
sci-fi
no.
themed.
Okay, you would be on the Akira bike. I would be on a Harley. Perfect.
Yeah, we could do like the Akira slide
And hey,
together.
and
It'd be
instead of
great.
the adamantium blades, we could both use Mantis blades, at least to make it more fitting.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, so you like those two then?
Yeah, so Japanese running bikes. I love any classical bikes, choppers. Some workers, kinda. If it has a good design, I love it.
Okay. Yeah. I grew up around a lot of people who did like the bikes all the time, but they always did like the BMX or not BMX. What is it called? Motocross. Everyone always did
Oh yeah,
motocross. The with the like plasticky, kind of ugly looking bikes.
yeah, those are a bit common here. Although I never seen that many that are like sponsored by Monster.
I mean, fair. Like, yeah, actually, I see a lot of those dirt bikes with the monster sticker down the edge. Never even occurred to me before.
But yeah, I thought it would be a big thing there.
Yeah. Actually, did I talk to you the other day about like trying to get you like you wanted to try Rockstar energy drinks because they don't have them there.
I want to try that so bad.
They're,
And weirdly, I've known about Rockstar because of Mad Max Fury Road, like the game, the Mad Max game.
the funny part is they actually are worse than Monster. They're not as good.
I mean,
I
not even want to just taste it. Like I super prefer Monster, but still.
I mean that's fair. Want to know something funny? I don't think we export this to
Yeah.
anywhere else, but we actually have Mountain Dew energy drinks here too.
I want to try Mountain Dew so bad.
Wait, do you
Wait,
not have
there's no
Mountain
sport.
Dew?
We don't have Mountain Dew. We don't have Dr. Pepper. We don't have like. There's half of the soda brands you guys have. We don't. It's so unfair.
Wait, does Brazil not get Pepsi products?
No. Okay, we get Pepsi. We get Fanta. We get Coke. We get Guarana Antarctica. With actually, you guys should try Guarana Antarctica one of these days. It's
Wait,
delicious.
like
Um,
uh,
yeah, Guarana.
we actually have that.
Gua. Wait, Guarana Antarctica.
I think we do have that actually.
That's so good. Like Guarana soda is the best thing for energy.
Uh, Guarana soda. Yes, we have this. Guarana and Antarctica. We do have
Yeah,
this.
still, it's available there. It's not available here. I never tried the Dr. Pepper. I never tried the Mountain Dew.
The funny part
I
is that
want. know how Baja Blast tastes like. It's
Oh,
unfair.
okay, okay, that is one that you are missing out on because Baja Blast is amazing. But yeah, no, this Guarana, it's sold here only in 2-liter bottles for some reason. They don't sell it in cans, or at least I've never seen it in a can.
We sell it in cans here. That that is actually interesting.
Yep, we can only get it in giant plastic bottles, not even like single person servings, like the kind that you would buy for a party.
Like it, I'm actually kind of wondering if is sodas in 2 liter bottles that cheap over there?
They're like dollars.
Because like a bit of a segue. Every time I see someone shooting a video that they're shooting guns, most 7 times out of 10 is of that freaking soda bottle. Like,
The funny
is it that cheap?
the funny part is that like the 2-liter bottles are about the same price as the small bottles. So like like a half-liter bottle and a 2-liter bottle are probably only off by like $1.
Wait, actually, I had a bit of a question. Is it true that like you guys don't have a 40 ounce bottle or something? I think I saw that on a Badger video that like depending that there was a place that like they either had like the small 20s or they had the 120 ounce. So it's like,
Which is a 4. Oh no.
wait, I thought you were translating that to liters. I'm sorry.
40 fluid ounces. Okay, hold on.
I,
My brain needs a second to like do
no, that's okay.
math.
That's okay. That's okay. I
Ounces.
thought you were translating that from.
Uh, no, the funny part is ounces is imperial.
What? Yes, I thought you were translating 2 liters, not that you were actually using liters.
Actually, yeah, no, I stuff like drinks are actually done in metric for some reason.
Huh?
Specifically, like we sell 2-liter bottles, exactly 2 liters, and they are called 2 liters, and single liters and half liters as those are our soda sizes. But weirdly enough, if you switch it to a can, it's 16-ounce cans.
So they do liters for the bottles, but ounces for the cans.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna wonder if they did like a 2 liter on a can. If they would do it in ounces.
that would be such a big can. That's like an oil
Listen,
can. That's like
I mean, listen. You can definitely say that you wanted to take only 1 can of beer.
I have seen.
Technically,
Wait,
would be 1 can of beer.
I have seen a liter can, a single liter can actually. It was an imported Australian beer that they sell everywhere, like the Foster's Australian beer. Don't ever tell that to an Australian. Apparently, like Foster's is like the least popular brand of beer from in Australia, and apparently they get really mad when you attribute that to them, despite that being their
Huh.
entire marketing scheme in America. But that we're the Australian beer. But anyway, they sell 40 out. They sell single liter cans, and they are like, if I put my both hands like, fingers, thumb to thumb, finger to finger, that is about how big that can is around.
That is too big. Jesus.
Yeah, and then it's like the size of a monster, and you're just like, who would drink this all in one go?
Oh yeah, actually, that is a thing that I would try to legally take back to my country if I could. Like just like those big bottles of Monster that looks like a thermos. I would definitely use one of those. As like my water bottle.
Actually, I actually bought one of those the other day. Actually, I bought the
Are they
big.
like that much expensive compared to the normal cans?
Really?
I'd say normal cans like the Monster can isn't that big.
So Monster is actually probably the cheapest energy drink here most of the time.
Huh?
And they are 2 for $5 or $3.50 if they're not currently on sale, which they're almost always on sale. Those
That's about
ones are about
hmm,
$4.95 if I
and
remember
that
right.
would be a 20 here. Okay, 20 or 25.
So kind of pricey. Like I wouldn't normally buy one of the big ones. The only reason I bought the big one was because I could seal it, and I was at work. I needed.
That's fair.
I was just like, I need something that I'm fine having sit on my dashboard for hours and stay mostly cold. Pick the one with a lid.
Nice.
Branding on it. Caffeine. Ah, that is actually really interesting. Oh
They
yeah,
called it. Oh wait, is it from that one brand that like it's just the name of the thing, but like the one from everybody hates Chris?
and I've heard of that. Yeah, there's like a European brand where all of the products are just like
Yeah.
white things with the name of just what's inside of it as the
Wait, why? When I was watching it, here was yellow.
or
I thought it was
yellow.
yellow.
I can't remember.
Yeah, like the box would be just cereal, the bottle would be like water or soda, and I guess one could be energy drink. Or like a can would be pasta.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
We do have like I have seen like a beer brand that just had like a plain white can that said beer on it. Like
Hmm.
that's why I got confused. I know that's not related to the one that's just like itself.
Yeah.
So I forget sometimes that you're like a huge like energy drink person.
No, but it's mostly for Monster. Like I tried Red Bull. I think that gave me a headache. There's like other two brands here, but I haven't tried them much. But Monster is just my go-to.
Actually, do they have the Red Bull trucks there?
Red Bull trucks?
Like a bigger city, they'll just have Red Bull trucks going around giving out like the smallest size of Red Bull for free, usually manned by a
I
bunch of girls.
I was 2 years old when I heard that something like that exists.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's just a marketing thing that they do here.
I I guess too.
Yeah, they'll just have a truck painted up like it's like a Red Bull can, and then drive around and give out free Red Bulls of like the single dollar size cans that are like super tiny.
I'm surprised that they don't do it from the tap because like the whole thing is shaped like a Red Bull can. You could just do it from the tap, you know?
That'd be fine, actually. That would be more
That
fun,
would
I
be
think.
fun.
Then that makes more sense, even actually.
Exactly.
Hey,
They're sleepy on that idea. They need to do that.
oh, for sure, for sure. So yeah, I guess just since we're still on the energy drink, what's your favorite flavor of Monster?
Uh, Jeez, that's a lot. Okay, top five would be Mango Loco, Pipeline Punch, Pacific Punch, uh, Peachy Keen. No, not so much Peachy Keen. The Peach Dragon and the White Monster. Yes,
Okay,
White Boomer Juice.
White Monster is probably my favorite, followed or either White Monster or the cell-colored one,
The You mean Paradise?
Ultra
Ultra
Vice,
Paradise?
Ultra Vice Guava, favorite.
Wait, what? I didn't know they had guava.
Here, I'll send you a picture of it. Or actually, a smarter thing to probably be to just picture up on stream of the talking about.
Yeah, like okay, just for anyone that like if you get to if you ever see me on my birthday and you want to send me like any monster cans, I'll be happy. Like please. I like actually one that I really liked that was international that my cousin got me was the I forgot what the name was. It was like one that tasted like Coke. It was
This
like
is
it had like a
and that I really like of Monster when I
Ultra Vice Guava that looks so aesthetic.
right. It's
Like
me
80s
colored,
aesthetic.
and
It's you colored. This is
I totally bought it 100% because it was me colored, and then it just turns out I really liked the flavor of it and stopped buying other flavors.
that's fair.
Just
Now
like,
makes you
oh,
kind of
that's the one I will buy if I ever buy this again.
now kind of wondering what would be a meat flavored monster. Do you guys have like a blueberry one?
Damn. Monster.
Oh, okay, no, not necessarily blueberry, but I remember that there was maybe there
Yes.
was like a light blue one, a light blue ultra.
Oh, you have Ultra Blue Hawaiian.
Are you sure that's not on the logo?
They might have, to be fair, they might have different names between countries.
Fair.
Kind of one of those things that's just like, it's all like, branding, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Uh, so we have Ultra Peach Mango. That's like dark teal. We got Ultra Blue Hawaiian, Ultra Blue, which is apparently different than Ultra Blue Hawaiian.
I mean, one would be better in the beach episode, I think.
Oh, we do have Mango Loco. Uh, that's it. That's all the blue ones. Oh, and I guess triple shot Java Monster iced coffee.
Oh, fuck the Java one! I want to try the Java so bad.
I'll be on. I'll be honest. If just like they are the worst canned coffee. The Monster coffee is the worst of the canned coffees. I think
Aw,
they just and it's supposed to be just because all the other ones are better, not because that one's like bad. You know
no,
what
no, I understand. I understand.
I think it's because Monster is more mass produced than most of the other canned coffees.
I'm not gonna wonder if it's because it's more mass produced in America than in other places. Like, at least from what I hear, okay, it's basically just a comparison between like how I taste Monster here and maybe it would be like less if it was in America, like with McDonald's.
Yeah, that's fair. We don't really have good quality standard. Um, yeah.
It wasn't a criticism or anything, really.
No,
Just
it's fine.
weird.
I'm not offended. I'm just like, yeah, you're kind of right. We kind of have the worst version of everything stuff we make.
Yeah,
Uh, First place to get McDonald's, KFC, and all the other famous American things. It's America. Uh,
I still try it.
I mean, fair.
Like at the very least, a Cracker Barrel.
Actually, Cracker Barrel is really good. I actually like Cracker Barrel. That's like Southern food, Southern American food.
Huh. I do hear a lot of stories about like boomers and stuff of that just loving Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, because it's also a theme restaurant because it's like it's kind of I almost want to say it's boomer themed. It's like those are like they're just full of like knickknacks, like old like country style knickknacks, and then they
You
have
mean
like
like
a
Old West?
no like just like random stuff like the kind of stuff that old people would collect, like pictures from like the '60s and like there'll be like random stuff like license plates on walls and like tin signs. Then they have a big
I
gift
see.
shop that just full of like random stuff that nobody would need out of the would look just as well in like a dollar store.
And then bumper stickers, like a lot of is bumper stickers like a big thing there?
Eh, they're not as
I can get.
common. They like everyone like everywhere sells them, but like almost no one has them. I think.
I guess I see a lot of stuff from what I saw from cars again because like you got get out of Radiator Springs and they give you like two bumper stickers.
Yeah, I think I think they're just out of style right now.
That's fair.
The big thing now is people have those like vinyl stickers they slap on the back of their window that make it look like something is like just sitting at the bottom of your like back window. Like
Really?
yeah, like you'll see anime ones or like character ones where it's like a character peeking up like they're looking out the back of the window, or you'll see ones where it'll be like a stick figure family or something. You see a lot of those.
Like baby on board kind of stick
I
figure
see the
family?
baby on board one everywhere actually. So many people have that.
Huh.
But a lot of people will be like, "This is my family as stick figures." It'll just be like, "Mom, dad, 4 kids, dog." Like, cool. Glad I know what your family dynamic is.
Yeah.
Random Honda Civic driver. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
that was a big tirade.
That
Um,
was a whole side quest.
yeah, it was. uh, but yeah, no, Cracker Barrel sells stuff like biscuits and gravy and country chicken fries like that from like the South. Also, where I met pro wrestlers once.
Pro rap, you mean like the Rock Pro wrestlers or
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
interesting?
I was going to a wrestling match and we ate at a Cracker Barrel next to where the wrestling match was, and I just ran into like Randy Orton there.
Ah, yeah, I remember you mentioning that was still.
Yay! It was at a Cracker Barrel. Just since you brought up Cracker Barrel, so just like that is where I met pro wrestlers was at a Cracker Barrel. But anyway, back to you because this is an interview about you, and we've mostly talked about. Spent a lot of time talking about
No, that's
not
okay.
you.
That's okay. We have time.
um, Boy. Or I guess we could move on to questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Good time to move on to questions. We were kind of getting off everything anyway.
Hey, it's the off stuff that makes the people entertained. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Questions.
Yippee!
So, first question. Why why are you so hecking cute? The first question
Ah,
you've gotten.
I don't know. I guess I'm just that cute. And no, Murphy's cuter.
Next question. Uh how'd you decide on your model design?
Well, I I'll be honest, I just was throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks, but at least at the beginning. At the very beginning I wasn't an android and a ghost. I had an idea to kinda just be an android, and I think in the middle of the way I just like the ghost idea better. So just kind of used it.
Interesting.
I definitely want to create an image that would be both appealing for people to see and something that could blend in amongst the humans. But I guess at this point, I don't have any intentions to share Sophia with the humans. It's not like she's going around on Earth. I think.
Fair. I actually really relate to the whole like just throwing stuff up and seeing what sticks thing, because that's 100% how I designed me. So very
Yeah,
relate. Just
I
random
still have.
bullshit. Go.
Yeah, however, I do have some interest to maybe put some more mecha inspired stuff on Earth if I manage to learn Unity or something like that. Like maybe something like some armor pieces. I had an idea, a really big idea, if I get to try that one day, of like a whole weapon system that only she can use. Of like a big tank on her back filled with like a multi use liquid. and then like by messing on some switches on a cannon arm on the side, I could alter the purpose of the liquid. Like at one moment, it could be a super glue that would stop attackers from walking. Another time, it could be a very quick setting concrete to fix stuff on the walls. Another time, it could be a quick barricade foam that you see in video games everywhere,
Okay.
or even imbued it with elements like shock and fire and ice. But of course, I need to learn how to design stuff first. But definitely, but not necessarily Gundam, but similar.
Okay. Here. Um. Next question.
Okay,
I. So how? What would your perfect day be?
perfect day. I, you know, basically just a weekend. I get to be on a call with friends. Could be just the normal stuff with like Sil or the others. Maybe with my lovelies too. I get when those happen. And just playing games mostly. Not have to worry about work, not have to worry about classes, not have to worry about chores. Just a day that I don't have to worry about chores is a good day for me.
Okay.
Hell, even watching a movie.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Um. Next question. Uh. Where do you insert your charge cable?
There's like a port that opens in my back. Yeah, sorry, it's not like anything that special. It's just a slot in my back that hides,
One
and
like
I just
between
put
my
the
shoulder.
yeah, mine's like the middle of the back. Not that big, not that big a deal. Although the one that I'm doing kind of has a bit lower, so
Next
I guess you
question.
have to see. Right, right.
Um, can your body transform like a transformer?
Not necessarily. It's supposed to mostly resemble a human, but it can, at least if I had the means to, summon weapons. Like a blade, a blaster. But never managed to summon those yet. You'd be surprised how hard it is to try to learn how to build an android by yourself using mostly scraps.
I feel that. I totally understand. My weapon
Yeah,
systems all got locked when I left. When all got locked when I quit, so I can't really
that's
use
fair.
mine either.
Basically don't have a need to. It's not like I put my I put my android in any situations in danger, so no need for them.
It can be
But I would still.
though.
I'll trust me one day, one day. But I believe, okay, besides the blaster idea, another one that I really wanted to try is like power fists. Like I'm talking 40K power fists sized, like Warhammer 40K power fist sized gigantic metal fists. Maybe conducting electricity. Who knows?
Eh? Dig it, big face.
Hell yeah,
You could choose a D&D class for your VTuber. What would it be?
artificer, 100% artificer. No,
Interesting.
either artificer or sorcerer. Mostly because you can just kind of tweak your magic and stuff. But mostly artificer.
Interesting. No, I've actually never played D&D with an artificer. Like those, like I've just them and cleric. They're on like the short list of classes. I've never played a campaign ever with pick those.
I actually did when I was doing stuff with when I was doing the campaign with Ren in the fuck, what was the name of the town? It was like a big town, Waterdeep. When I was doing a campaign in Waterdeep. At first I was an armorer, so that means that I had like an augmented armor that I modified it and put some stuff. I think I had a stealth suit, so like I'd have an extra 10 feet of movement that couldn't be detected. No, it's like 10 feet with bonus to sneaking. And I believe I had a lightning launcher, like a wrist mounted launcher that launches a crystal of electricity. Like a grenade, like the freaking grenade system from Cyberpunk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's some other variants for Artificer. There's the Battlesmith. There's the Battlesmith that you get like a little steel defender by your side, so like you can control it and give it orders and such. Um, there's the Alchemist that basically just make concoctions and potions. Most people, yeah, I think some people used it to make free potions and some random effect potions. And I believe that was the artillerist that literally carries an Eldritch Blast cannon that you can spawn on the camp and shoot for you. Like I'm not
Okay.
kidding. You can just and if I wanted to an artillerist really bad and like make it so I just carry the thing on my back and do it like the freaking foot soldier from Garden Warfare 2 that just tips down and just the cannon shoots the thing towards the enemy. I want to try that so bad.
That sounds real. Actually.
It is. It's even funnier considering that I was playing a halfling. So most of the time the creations were bigger than me.
I that is like one of my favorite tropes in fiction. Is just where like, just like little guy, big gun.
Exactly. Like I might go 20 feet backwards because of the kick on my gun, but trust me, you guys are not surviving.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that one's one of those. Always makes me happy to see that one. Okay, Mongo, could you please do a your next question?
Of course. So so let me actually get some water. Yeah, so everyone in chat, hydrate, please. I bet that it must be hot over there. But if you don't mind me, Mr. Salvion, ara chats.
Uh, Next question.
Next question.
What sort of thing do you like having when you want to treat yourself to something nice?
Sort of, definitely sweets. Like if I had the means and if I was in the mood, I'd probably get a sweet, like a pastry or some chocolate, or maybe make a sweet juice. Like I'd still get something salty to balance, but definitely sweets.
I feel that. I sucker for.
Yeah, they don't call me sugar bug for nothing. I'm sorry, sweet tooth. I heard that you guys call it the sweet tooth, but here we call it the sugar bug because there's like this little species event that always shows up when you leave food on a counter.
Oh, you like the honeypot ant? Or wait, never mind.
It wait that's how they call it? Honeypot ant?
No, a honeypot ant is the type of ant that makes honey.
Oh,
That's why I meant because, but they make it with their butts, unlike bees. Make it with by spitting honey. It's called a honeypot
huh.
ant because they have big butts. That's where my brain went. But then you're like the ones that just come up when you put sugar somewhere, and then I'm like that can't be right for a honeypot ant.
Wait,
Don't
so,
think.
so you're telling me that there is a species of ant that cannot lie?
Wait,
I am, because you know those hips don't lie.
name's
I'm sorry,
Shakira, Shakira.
Shakira, Shakira.
Okay, it's just. Can I derail it for like half a second?
Wait, you may.
You know Fakira.
Yeah.
Every time I hear her name, my brain always just does Fakira, Fakira, like Shakira, every time, without fail, the entire time.
Man, if I had the money, I would totally request her to do that. Just dance it to Shakira. Considering the models that she has, that'd be great.
It just immediately made me think of that, and I'm like, You know who I would talk about, and it's just their name every single time. Anyway,
That's funny.
I all right. Next question:
Next question.
waffles, pancakes, or crepes? Or I guess French
I had
toast probably also. That's similar category.
um I had waffle. No, I had pink. No, I never had pancakes. I had waffles. I think I had crepes and French toast too. And out of these three, I prefer French toast honestly because of the cinnamon.
You know what? Fair. French toast is my favorite. So I
But
appreciate
hey,
that answer. Yeah.
yes, but also no hates towards people that prefer like pancakes or waffles. Both are valid. Both are delicious, especially with some honey.
Do you get maple syrup there?
I wish I want to get maple syrup.
Not even the fake kind?
We no, it's just like either some marmalade, some jam, or honey. We don't have syrup. No, we don't have maple syrup.
Novi, we have to put that on the list of things to send Bongo.
You guys are just gonna be sending like crates of food here. I'm not gonna get.
You need to
I
send him
swear.
maple syrup.
No, you guys are gonna have to make like a subscription service, just like every now and again, just sending something. One would be monster cans, one would be syrup, one would be like uh calorie mates. But wait, is calorie mates still a thing there?
CalorMate isn't actually a thing here. You only can get it at like Asian specialty stores. That's a Japanese product.
10 liters of maple syrup. Oh my god.
Didn't we talk once about you not having like cherry stuff too there?
Ah yes, with most of our cherry stuff is just cherry just like cucumber balls dipped in cherry syrup.
Yeah, so we'll need to send you some like some of those like cherry pastries that never go bad,
Yes, yes, please.
like the Hostess fruit cakes.
Hell yeah.
I want to do another side note. Have you heard about the fact that Marvel has a whole universe dedicated to everything being solved by Hostess fruitcakes?
What? Excuse me?
So they have these like little fruit pies made by like Hostess, the people who make Twinkies, right? And they're
Right?
like a little mini pie for your hand. But Marvel has a whole universe in their multiverse where all the superheroes just show up and hand people pies, the little like fruit pies, and that solves all the
So,
problems.
okay, so you're telling me that someone would be like robbing a bank, and then one of the heroes would show up, give them a pie, and then they just turn themselves in?
Yeah, it was from an old.
Why have I not heard of that sooner? Like, Jesus.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's fun. It's so funny.
They did a promotion where they put a comic on the back of the box for the heroes, and it just that universe is not only is it canon to the Marvel multiverse, it's been referenced since.
What?
So
Where have they referenced the freaking pie universe?
Spider Verse,
It's
Spider
Spider.
Spider Man has met the Spider Man who solves all of his problems by giving people Hostess fruit pies.
Oh my god!
So main
Of
universe
course, the
Spider Man.
Spider-Man giving those away.
So Spider Man knows that Spider Man. I can't imagine that's his favorite Spider Man though.
No, isn't that I kind of thought that it would be funny if that one solved crime by just throwing the pies at the enemies though, just not just handing them the pies it's like a slapstick thing.
That would be funny too, actually.
That would be really funny.
Just like
Just like, oh right, oh hell yes, I'm finally gonna be able to steal the bank this time, and then just pie in the face. You're stuck in a ceiling.
but really, it would be more like Spider Man's like, I've got you, Doc Ock. Why? I got you now. What is your dastardly plan? I am robbing this bank to get money to buy Hostess fruit pies. Well, how about I just give you one? Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
That's
I
like
need,
the whole universe.
I actually need to see that now.
But yeah, it just made me think of that, and I'm like, I have to bring that up because that's funny. Anyway, um,
Anyway,
what is your favorite artist from your favorite genre of music?
favorite. Oh, that there's a few. But if I were to pinpoint three, it would be Gorilla. For rock, it would be Gorillas. For techno, it would be Daft Punk. And from electronic, it would be Dead Mouse.
Interesting.
Yes, I love their stuff. Just like any kind of pure melody, vibey music, the stuff that I could just hear while just finding a bunch of people, I'm good.
Like
Especially Dead Mouse.
I'm a big fan of Daft Punk and Gorillaz. I never really listened to Dead Mouse much, but I thought was interesting is that you called Gorillaz rock.
I mean, isn't it kind of rock?
I mean, they kind of are like I think they're just pop because they're sort of like a fusion of like rap, rock, and like electronic and a bunch of other things.
That's fair, but I think it would. I think if it was like the more rock thing, I could put Linkin Park because it was from my childhood.
It's really
Although, yeah.
um. Next question.
Next question.
Hi, Bongo. Why does your chat throw white stuff at you? And what is
Oh,
that white
jeez.
stuff?
Okay, so bit of story time. I don't know if you guys know about this one app called VTuber Kit. It's basically just a whole an all-in-one app for any would-be VTubers that want to have a model but can't afford to pay for a model for themselves or don't have the patience to use Vroid and make one for themselves. It's basically an all-in-one kit that like you have this little avatar that you can put clothes on, and it has its this built-in thing from Twitch that lets you throw stuff at people or throw little things at the little character or just dump stuff on it. And because of a certain somebody that I will not name, he decided to call it white stuff. And ever since I've been using that app, everyone's been calling it white stuff until it culminated to the day on my last year's anniversary that I put a goal for chat to reach of 100,000 points. That if they managed to get that before the end of August, I would also call it white stuff. They did it.
All
And
right.
from,
And you can
yeah,
call them out because they put it in their. If they're the same person from the question, they did put their name in the question. So I think that's permission.
yeah. And of course, it did not help that I decided to change the sprite from the little onion bugs that, okay, the original thing was an onion bugs, was like a little placeholder texture that Bikuta, I think it's Bikuta that created. Yeah, it's Bikuta, the original creator.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to replace that with the sprite of the mayonnaise dollop from freaking Papa's Burgeria. Like, when you play Papa's Burgeria and you get to that part that you need to put the mayonnaise on the burger, and if you put it perfectly in the middle, it just looks like a spread of mayonnaise. I put that thing.
What's Papa's Burgeria?
You never heard of Papa's?
What's Papa's?
It's basically a whole multiverse of games about about managing restaurants. There's all kinds of restaurants that Papa takes care of. They have a burgeria, they have a pizzeria, they have a cheesecakeria, they have uh a what's the name? A grilled cheeseria. They have a scooperia. They have a sushiria. They have a taconia. They have several games that Papa just finds sentient versions uh of these ingredients like onions and stuff. There's a whole character creator from the okay, just as a reference. All of this was from the Flash era, and there is
Ah,
actually a site. and there isn't actually a site where you can play all of these games for free, as well as Jacksmith, which is just a kind of a spin-off that you can create weapons out of materials, but that's basically the same premise. You just managing a store, you take people's orders, you make the orders the best you can with the most precision possible. You give them the orders, that if they're satisfied, they give you money. If not, they'll just give you less money. And you're
Okay,
just supposed to make a profit out of it. Like, so this could be something you could make it into a whole thing to just play all the Papa's games. That would be cool.
so I just googled it, and I have never seen these before. But
So it's
weirdly
a
enough, I have seen the main character somewhere.
it's a famous thing, trust me. And yes, you can also go to the site and get the sprites from some of the for some of the games, because of course the Flash game they would have the sprites there, and they had the sprites from Papa's Burgeria, and I found the one that had the dollop of mayonnaise, and I just decided to replace it. So now it's even more case of a white stuff. So
Man,
that's
so
the
the answer is it's mayonnaise.
it's mayonnaise, yes.
Okay,
As much as some people would like you to believe that it isn't, it's mayonnaise.
just a big fan.
As for why people just love to bury me in mayonnaise, I have no idea.
I mean, it's tangy.
Yes, but a whole body's worth of mayonnaise.
Uh, you know what? You say that, but like, if you get to like, you get far enough into like Stardew Valley, you're swimming in that stuff. Apparently, it's super easy to come by.
But yes. If you just do chicken coops, I guess. But yeah, I suppose again, it's mayonnaise.
Uh, next question.
Next question.
Face reveal when? That is
Never. I would not like to break the immersion because I don't know nearly enough what I sound.
I agree. Why would you? I don't know why people always want face reveals from VTubers. Like, isn't this more
Exactly.
fun?
Yeah, don't you like the beautiful models that you see in front of the screen, people? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Exactly.
Next question.
Next question.
What is your favorite comfort game?
Favorite comfort game? It kind of varies every now and again, but for currently, it's Graveyard. Wait, now let me get the name of the game right because I had another screen. Uh, it's Ship Graveyard Simulator. You're
Oh,
literally, yeah, you're literally in a third world country, looks like,
somewhere in
and your job is,
Africa, I think.
yeah, where like you live in a shanty town, and most of the beach is filled with husks of old ships. And your job is simple. You just go out there and you harvest all those parts that you can. Like you use a hammer to break the rusted metal into harvestable parts. You use a saw to cut the bars. Use a torch to undo the weld parts so you can get the materials, and you sell them to buy better stuff.
Okay. I
Yeah,
actually
but
have played
definitely
that.
it's really fun. It's a really fun therapeutic loop. But yeah, definitely any games that I can get into a nice loop. So Ship Graveyard Simulator, Heart Space Shipbreaker, Stardew Valley, obviously, sometimes Minecraft, No Man's Sky as well. Definitely a comfort game.
I think there's something like particularly relaxing with just the idea of like breaking down stuff, kind of.
Exactly, just dismantling it to its most primordial parts, seeing how things tick. It's a nice thing to see.
Yeah. Actually got really addicted to ASMR videos of that basically for a while.
Really,
Yeah, I used to watch this Australian guy, and he would take apart like appliances and melt down all the parts that were metal. like ingots,
Oh, nice.
and he had
Casual destruction therapeutic it is.
yeah. I would fall asleep to him melting stuff a lot. Not the part of him
Oh,
taking it apart, of course, but when he starts melting stuff, it's just like, ah,
oh
and
man,
now I sleep.
that made me remember of like a YouTuber that I used to follow that he was I forgot his name right now, but like he's the type of guy that would make weapons in his own house, like basic blacksmithing and basic assembly. Like we're talking, he made a whole buzz axe from Borderlands inspired, no, inspired Borderlands axe that was using a saw. He made a double axe that also uses saws and made from a baseball bat. He made several maces. He made his own knives. He made several versions of crossbows. The guy's so cool. I
I
think it's zombie alpha, alpha zombie something. It's really cool.
I always love stuff like that. It's always fun to watch.
Exactly. I
Next
genuinely
question.
think that if I, yeah, but yeah, next question.
No,
Sorry.
no, no. Go on, go on, go off, Queen.
Okay,
I don't.
I I think if I had the time, I would definitely take into blacksmithing. Like just learn to, even if it's for something as small as just like melting soda cans, so I can make some aluminum bars and shape them into things.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be really fun.
and hey, I get to make my own little decorations. Maybe even make an ornate dagger. I still think that if I, oh, okay, for anyone, if you get to marry one day, we need to implement this somewhere else, or make it more of a thing. Ornated daggers instead of rings, or just ornated daggers with rings. Just imagine, like you want to propose to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and how do you do that? By giving them this ornated, beautiful, gem encrusted dagger that will symbolize not only how much time and love you have for that person, but also how much that means to you.
You,
Like you made that knife thinking about that person,
I
or a
feel
sword even.
I feel like there's a sci-fi thing where, to get a divorce, you have to stab them with it.
I mean, hey, it works too.
Like I swear I saw a sci-fi thing where they had that, like exactly that. You have to get married, you have to forge a knife, and then for if you want a divorce, you have to stab them with it, and if they survive, you're divorced.
Wait, isn't that a thing from like Star Trek? I swear I saw a Star Trek episode that had like, something like that.
I believe it might be Star Trek actually. I just remember
Yeah,
watching it and just like stabbed in chest, just like why did you attack him? We're having a divorce.
exactly. I remember that episode. It was from Star Trek. But yes, everyone, let's make this a thing. Ornated daggers for your wives. They will love it. Trust me.
And divorce stabbings.
Uh,
Maybe not that
Maybe
one.
that could be discussed. That could be discussed.
That one, we'll work on that one. We'll
Yeah, we'll
workshop
work on that
it.
one. Yeah.
Next question.
Next question.
Tacos or burritos?
I did had I had burritos and I think I had burritos. Didn't have tacos. There's a taco place in my city now, and I genuinely wish that wasn't that expensive. I think I would go with tacos because burritos got me my stomach upset. To
Fair.
be fair, it was like a burrito from a not even a gas station. It was just a burrito that you would buy from a supermarket, like those that you have to heat up first.
You
So
know,
maybe I kind of walked into that one and it didn't prove like tasted like a genuine burrito, but still.
I mean, yeah, the frozen burritos are never like a proper burrito. I genuinely like a mission style burrito is like one of my favorite foods. You know what that
Nice.
means?
Oh, and there's the cutie that is why I'm so cute. You're cuter, you're cuter, Mercury. Love you.
But yeah, you know what a mission burrito is?
Never heard of it.
You heard of the brand Chipotle?
I have heard of Chipotle, yes.
it's that kind of burrito versus like a Taco Bell burrito or like a frozen burrito where it's like
Right.
big. It's like almost like a sandwich. Like anyway,
Yeah, but okay, the answer is probably tacos, but I am yet to try the real thing.
next question.
Next question.
uh, what made you choose to be a ghost and an android at the same time? Were you brainstorming
Well,
for a while or was it a whim?
I think it was I was thinking to be an android first before the whole ghost thing happened. I kind of brainstormed for a I think after I did my 3 androids, I had the idea of just have a one entity just be the ghost. The to be like the one behind the scenes setting up everything for the studio to work.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, at the time I never thought to give it a face, but I will say that after this model, I'll think to make a visual for my ghost self. If anything for the sake of lore and stuff.
Okay.
But yes, I was an android before I was a ghost.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
of course, and needless to say, Cell, some people's opinions, and
Yeah.
Cell actually understands.
I technically I think you had a definitive design before me, or you were like closer to one than I was.
I mean, yes, but I was still saying, but there was still comments of me copying you somehow.
I mean,
Again, no hard feelings, just saying.
and also, I mean, technically, when you are blue, you are a different shade of blue than me. Like, there wasn't that we've both gone through multiple iterations. We didn't start.
Exactly,
We just sort of picked similar vibes for a minute there. It's fine.
exactly. It's literally two different flavors of Monster here, everybody. And yet, what was copies?
But yeah, no,
Anyway,
I have never accused you of copying me because I
I
don't believe you did, and I
I know.
guarantee you I
It's just
didn't
poke
copy
fun,
you either.
and that's totally okay. But just poke fun at it.
But in relation to that question, we have next question.
Okay,
Explain your lore, and also how you
okay,
came up with that lore.
okay. So for any uninitiated, I am a ghost behind the beautiful android that you see before you. I live in the afterlife, as in the place where the people go after they quit the game, so to speak. Where I live, the afterlife is basically definitely not something that you would see in like from church and such. So it's like it is an idealized version of what humanity could be, but not so much. It's more centered into reality. We are separated into three major sections. It's basically like similar to New York, if you want to make it a physical image. We are separated into the Hell District, the Heaven District, and Purgatory. My Before I had the studio, used to work at Purgatory, taking care of the emotional baggage that everyone that everyone comes with when they get to the afterlife. When a new spirit comes to the afterlife, they go to the gates, they get judged, they go to the judge's house to be judged for all the things that they did in their lives, then they get separated to one of the three districts. Some spirits just go straight to the heaven district because they were so good people in their lives. Some people just go straight to hell district, and some people stay in purgatory. And I was responsible for sorting out their emotional baggage. And by that I mean it's a physical manifestation of the last thing that most mattered to them. So to some people it could be a picture, to some people it could be a piece of clothing. For some people, weirdly, it was a computer piece. Like I'm not kidding. There were several people that had like power banks and GPUs and CPUs and motherboards and memories for some reason. And considering that I was a curious sort, I decided to put those pieces together. And I managed to make a working computer with a case. You I wouldn't be able to answer you why some people would have computer pieces as their emotional baggage, but alas. After that, I just managed to somehow get some internet signal from a satellite that was not so far from heaven, and I've been exposing myself to the internet ever since. And after some dealings with greed, yes, I should probably explain about the whole thing. So in each of these districts, besides the spirits that live there, we also have the sins and the virtues. They are physical manifestations of themselves. So they're basically just people that represent their sin or their virtue. And I will say right now, as much as some people say that the virtues are good people, they are as they are extremely selfish. Like I'm not kidding. I had some times that I were to do like some errands in the Heaven District, and you would not believe how much of a snob those freaking Heaven people were. Like saying how much they were superior to everyone else because they were in the higher ups, because they were closer to God and all that stuff, even though half of these people would be very well in in the Hell District, but alas, I'm not one to complain. And in the Hell District, obviously, the Sins take care of the place. And my ghost self had several dealings with several of them. Lust is the one that takes care of the spirit's needs, let's say. And when I say need, it's not just that you're thinking right now. I know what you're thinking right now. It's not just that. We're talking all any kind of wish that spirit had, like even violent ones. And she's the one responsible for some of the dolls that would be roaming around the place. It's actually kind of the story how I found Sophia. She was one of the bots that was supposed to be decommissioned. But my ghost self kind of took pity because she had this little glint in her eye that just caught my attention in such a way that I couldn't find within myself to just let her go. So I just took her in and did my best to fix her up and promised that as long as I'm with her, that nothing bad would happen. And ever since then, Sophia's been with me. And every now and again, she lets me possess her to have a physical body to do things. Uh, also, also, as I said before, I had several dealings with the other sins, not just lust. Greed is the one that takes care of most of the real estate in the place. He basically, I'm not kidding when I say that he owns basically everyone there, especially with ghost coins. Yes, the coins that I use on my channel are basically parts of the ghosts. To make a ghost coin, you just take a chunk of the ghost and you mint it into a gold coin. And it is a very useful kind of currency because the ghost coin will only stay a ghost coin if the spirit is alive. If for some reason the ghost decomposes themselves because they take too many chunks out of themselves to make coins, they start to melt away. And it's basically just a black market kind of currency. It's not well seen by the other districts, but it's still something that I use every now and again. You could compare it to the Continental coins from John Wick, if you wanted like a physical representation. Um, the Sloth and Wrath take care of one of the many spas to take it to for exercising and anger management. I actually kind of paired the two of them because I thought that it could be funny for them to do a business like that, and somehow it worked. It's actually like giving them a lot of money. Greed kind of hates it that they are able to pay all their bills. Let's see. Envy is the one responsible for all the spying around the place. So anything that you hear about anything in the Heaven District, in Purgatory, and in the Hell, Envy knows it, and probably before you even know it. And yeah, after I worked several times after I worked several years in that sorting thing and got my computer working, I just decided to get my own place. So after cashing a favor that I had agreed, I managed to get a little space for myself near Purgatory, where I built a studio, and where I work to this day, just giving entertainment to the mortals, playing games, having fun with friends, and all in all, giving them something to smile about. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, you know what that actually makes me think of?
Yeah,
Feels very webcomic-y.
if I had the means, I would definitely make that into a webcomic.
Just like something about like the kind of like that kind of story just gives me like very webcomic vibes. In like not like a not in no way like a bad way, more just like a this sounds like a really interesting webcomic. like
Yeah,
it,
and to be fair, it haven't wrote it anywhere down. So you guys hear? So this is the whole idea that I had so far. So yeah, I
interesting.
definitely, I definitely need to write that down somewhere.
I would be interested in hearing about it
Yeah.
or seeing more or however you're going to have more out.
Well, we'll see if I manage to find like a an artist that would be willing to make that into a comic. That'd be really good.
yeah, I feel that it's hard to find people to like help make like lore a more of a thing.
Yeah.
Kind of a big investment as a project.
One day. One day.
Yeah. Next question.
Next question.
When is version 2 coming out?
Soon. Soon. I already got all the assets, and Sophia 2.0 will be coming in soon. I will be moving away from the Vroids and going with a fully fleshed out Android from VRChat. Well, VRChat worthy. And I'll do my best to use it more often, or if anything, at least taking pictures.
Nice. 3D
Yeah.
model.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Um, I, next
And
question. Oh, go on.
just and as an addendum, if I'm making Sophia 3D, I probably could make my ghost self a 2D, like live 2D. But of course, that's another project when I have the means.
You know, actually, that's like a really fun idea. You could be like semi-transparent, and you could kind of have both going.
Exactly. I already had some ideas. I need to draw the make a character sheet and stuff.
Yeah, exciting. I'm looking forward
Hell
to
yeah.
seeing it.
Hell yeah.
Um, so what kind of android is Sophia?
She is a autonomous android. She basically just works by herself. She can do most. She has an AGI, an artificial general intelligence, so she's just as smart and can do as many things as a human can.
Okay.
And and I know that perhaps some people were wondering that because of the fact that I can't possess androids, if I can possess any android. I can, but but it's not very well looked upon. Possession in itself in my universe, it's seen as a very personal thing because you're basically overriding someone's will to control said body over them. So whenever I'm possessing Sophia, and also you might be wondering, how can Sophia, being an android, be possessible? She's a machine. She doesn't have a soul, at least in the normal sense. Well, yes, but somehow Lust, through some of her research, managed to simulate a soul in androids. Because yes, there are androids that have a kink to possess something. I don't understand why either. Now, can I possess things beyond Sophia, like appliances and stuff? Technically, yes, but I would only be able to do as many things that thing does. So if I were to possess a blender, for example, I would only be able to turn it on. I wouldn't be able to like make it a transformer and just make it walk or something. I am only limited by the technology that I possess. And again, it is a very consensual thing that I have to do. Like I'm literally taking the wheels of that car. It's not necessarily a thing that the other person wants or the other entity wants, let's say.
Okay,
So yes, but I prefer not to.
so no Beetlejuice rules. Got it.
Yes.
Don't make me repeat that 2 more times.
Wait, what do you mean Beetlejuice rules?
No, now he can't. Now I can't repeat it.
But what if I repeat it?
Then things would get crazy.
Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice? Beetle Great.
But in that movie, any ghost could just possess anybody.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. Beetlejuice is just a fun thing to reference.
No, it is. I need to add Beetlejuice to my things to watch. This is a movie night.
I actually did that. Is the currently the one of only 2 movie nights I've done for my server has been a Beetlejuice marathon for the second movie.
Yeah. Actually, I never heard that that was actually a musical. I thought it was just a movie.
Well, they made a musical version of the movie, and from what I've heard, it's actually just better than the movie.
Okay, now I actually want to see the musical. Is it as great? Wait, what was the other musical that a lot of Americans talk about? Is it like Hamlet? Is it Hamlet?
Yeah, Hamilton. Uh,
Hamilton, that one.
yeah, it's about one of the founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton, who did he ever become president? Wait. Oh God. I don't remember.
Wait, wait.
If I remember right, though, he basically wrote most of the really important documents, and then everyone else signed them. Is the big thing. He like wrote the majority of like all the laws for when we first started being a country, and because like almost all of it can be just attributed to him, and he had like a very famous beef with I believe it was Thomas Jefferson, who is like
Why did you
famous for
have beef
being
with
one of our
Jefferson?
I don't remember, but apparently they had beef and they had like a big fight and it was like a whole like historical like feud thing that they had back in the day. So he's like a famous figure even though he didn't I don't think he became president.
Huh.
But anyway. But yeah, no, I've never seen Hamilton or Beetlejuice for a lot of other musicals.
Okay, but those on the list.
Yeah, no, I want to watch both of those actually. I want to watch more musicals. I never watch musicals.
I wish musicals were a thing here, but we don't have a proper theater.
You know, the funny part is that I actually thought to go see like the big musicals, you actually had to go to Broadway.
Wait, like, wait, okay, when you say
In
Broadway, you mean like in California
Oh,
or?
Broadway is a place in New York. It's a street in New York, and it's all theaters where they do live shows like that. That's what Broadway is.
Oh, okay.
So I actually thought you had to go to New York to see Broadway shows. Turns
Okay,
out they travel like concerts.
yeah, but they never travel here. That's the thing.
Well,
There's barely any shows that go to Brazil. That's so mean.
I actually found out. Well, like I found out last year that the Broadway musicals travel because I found out that I had just missed Beetlejuice the musical on its last tour.
Are you kidding me? No.
Yeah, I found out because I was down. I was like downtown in near where I lived, and I saw a poster for Beetlejuice, and it's just like it's gone, final tour, Beetlejuice, and it was like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I would have
Wait,
gone to
wait.
that.
Wait, you mean gone for good? Like they're not gonna do anymore?
Uh, or very least it's like not touring.
Okay, that's
It
fair.
might be back at the theater in Broadway again, still. Or maybe they'll switch the cast and go around again, but it's like the final with that group of people.
That's fair.
But anyway, I was so
Anyway,
bummed that that was such a bad way to learn that they go around. Just like, yeah, and they're done. The one that you wanted to see, it's over. Oh. Place in general, great fun. Saw one in my local theater for Lord of the Rings. They had a giant sized spewed real fire at the audience.
holy,
Sounds awesome.
that sounds awesome.
Um,
Made like
next,
no money despite how popular it was. Budget was simply too large. I
I
can actually imagine.
see that. You know what I really wanted to go see when I was like a kid though?
Yeah.
They had a Pokemon stage show that traveled around for like a very brief window.
Oh, not the Pokemon.
And they actually had people in like suits of like, and it was like the closest you could get to seeing IRL Pokemon. And it was like people in the suits that were like, it was like almost like theater level, like film suits or whatever of the Pokemon. Like they had a Venusaur and every leg was a person.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
And I'm like,
No, actually, you know one that I really wish that I could see that is actually touring right now. The one for Stardew Valley.
there's a
They're
Stardew.
doing a whole Yes, they're doing the whole Stardew Valley musical, and I think it is on tour.
Oh, I want to go. I would see that. That sounds fine.
Yeah, like I think it's like the theater of the seasons, and like most of the music is basically the ones for the song for the game. Like seriously, it's
Oh,
so cool.
I also really want to go see the Japanese ones. Have you seen? Have you heard about the
You mean
Japanese stage shows?
you mean doramas?
No, 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 no. They're like a musical, like a play, and they're like adaptations of shows.
I haven't seen many.
Okay, so there is a JoJo one that actually is a musical.
What, a JoJo musical?
They have a JoJo musical, and it's JoJo's. I believe it's part 3, and it's as a musical. And yeah,
So Golden Wing?
no, part 3 is Jotaro.
Oh, okay.
So like Dio, it was me, Dio.
Kono Dio da!
Yeah, and I'm like, I want to see that so bad. I wouldn't understand any of it because I don't speak Japanese, but man, but they also have a Persona stage show and Batman Ninja and a bunch of other ones that are all Japan exclusive, and you just can't see them anywhere else. And I'm just so bummed. I will.
Man,
I want to go.
I wanna go too.
I. Next question.
Next question.
How many potatoes would you need to power up your Android?
Um, I am happy to say that it's not necessarily one of potatoes. With I actually have a charger, but
Well, I mean, like the potato
possibly
battery, right?
no. I know what you mean, but I guess like 20,000 because she has like a mini nuclear reactor, so she doesn't need to charge often, but she still needs to like charge similar to sleeping. Yeah, she actually sleeps.
Okay, interesting.
So I would say what, like 20 million potatoes at
I,
least.
I'll be honest. I don't know how much power a potato actually generates with the chemical batteries. So,
You'd think that someone would have searched it already.
like, yeah, how many
I mean, with
watts
all
of
the potato, I mean,
power?
like with the whole, I mean, with like the whole thing of like powering up a clock, and the clock is really not that demanding. I wonder if someone would try to charge an iPhone with potatoes.
0.0001 watts per minute.
That is not big.
That is, yeah, so 1,000 potatoes give you a single white.
Oh, geez, that's gonna take 2 days at least.
So probably like maybe more like 10 million potatoes
Yeah, 10 million potatoes.
to get it done in a remotely timely fashion.
Yeah, but we just make a whole month of potluck for just fries, fries, fritters. What was the name of the other thing? Like, it's not Timbits.
Hash browns?
It's
Tater tots?
not hash brown, tater tots. Yeah, tater tots.
Found out that
But
that's
hash browns too.
found out that tater tots are just deep fried mashed potatoes basically, and I
Just
don't understand
wait,
how.
deep fried. Wait, so you get the mashed potato and just make it into a cube and throw it in the deep fryer?
Yeah, no, but the thing is they're flaky. So when I heard that, that doesn't make any sense to me. But apparently, that is what the internet told me is how they are made. So I don't get it. There's something missing there.
Yeah, like I don't know, a bit of starch, like breading.
They're like flaky, kinda. Anyway,
I mean, anyway, yeah. Next question.
how did you get the name Bongo?
Oh, actually, that's a really good question. Because before it was a ghost and an android, I used to be a bongo cat. I'm not kidding. The first few times I was doing streaming, like all the way back in 2018, I was using a bongo cat app that would track my mouse movement and track two keys that were being mostly pressed. Like it would simulate as if the bongo cat's just slapping the keyboard. And I did that for like a whole year before it switched to making a Vroid.
Ah,
But to this day, there's barely anything bongo related to me besides the name.
you know the funny part is that I feel like I think I saw you in that form at least once.
Yeah. Although I will say, I wouldn't be opposed to like make like an emote or like a moving thing of my Sophia fashionism bongo cat. Just never did it yet, but it's a
Cute.
possibility.
Um,
Yeah. You
should.
maybe
So,
if I get more yeah,
oh,
maybe if I get any donations for emotes, I'll make a bongo cat one.
heard it here. Donate to Bongo.
Exactly. And here's the link to my coffee. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna
Alright. Alright, next question.
Next question.
What got you into streaming? What made you decide to do the streams?
I'll be honest, it was the whole thing. Okay, you know how you're a kid and you see all these famous YouTubers doing streaming and just gaining money off of it? I was
Yeah?
one of those kids.
I
Basically, I wanted
same.
to earn my life and just stream all day if I could. Like, just get to a point in my life that I could just stream all day, earn enough cash to just survive and make it my whole thing. However, real life is a thing, so I'll probably not be able to, at least for a long while, make it a make stream my primary money thing, but I can still make it a hobby. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
Yeah, you'll never get there if you're not doing the working on build, you're not building. You won't have it if you don't build it. There we go.
Exact
That's yeah.
exactly.
So the next question is going to be very familiar.
Yeah.
So, why did you start streaming?
Why did I start streaming? So
But also,
yeah,
what was your inspiration and what motive has motivated you to keep streaming? I just thought it was funny that the next question had the last question in the question.
no, that's fair. So what inspired me to stream, I would say just seeing people being happy. Like genuinely, when I see when I see someone just if I see someone just having a better day because I talked to them or because me playing the game made them happy, that makes my whole day. And that's what keeps me going. As long as I can see the smile on my viewers' faces, I'll continue streaming. As long as I get to be with friends doing that in the meantime as well. Just being silly, just gaming around. As long as I see you guys happy, I'll continue being my little happy, goofy self.
Wait, you can see the viewers?
I want to think that I do. Not literally, but like,
I
I see the spirits of them being happy. I think that's what I mean.
okay. Just looking to say like Bongo secretly hacking all viewers? What?
I So listen,
Your
if I
cameras are
had that
on.
much,
Turn them off now. Unplug them. Hurry. No
listen,
one's watching.
if I had that kind of money, I would be doing so much dumb shit. No, if I had that kind of hacky power, I'd be doing so much dumb shit. Like buying several houses, I'd be hacking Teslas to just, you know, not obey and just crash themselves. No, not with people inside, mind you. I don't want to cause any accidents. I just don't like Teslas.
Just make them all
Uh,
slowly drive to Cleveland, Ohio for no real reason.
no, no. I would make their batteries more less efficient over time. I would make them. That would be the iPhone update for the for the Teslas.
Just like or just pick like a random small town and just be like, you're gonna get 6,000 Teslas. They all just pull up from like all over the entire world, just like
Exactly, like a big white elephant. I'd love to do that. In Minecraft, Twitch, we're
yes,
behaving.
we'd like to hack Tesla in Minecraft.
Yes.
Um, and we have one more question.
Okay.
You could learn any skill instantly. What skill would you choose? Physical, mental, anything.
If I could learn a skill instantly, hmm, I'm tied between lock picking and like I said before, blacksmithing.
Oh, really easy. I could teach you that.
Okay, okay, then maybe not lock
No, no, not
picking.
even. Like, not trying to. I wasn't
No,
trying
no,
to like
I
turn you
no,
away from that.
I
Like,
know. Just like okay, no, no, but okay. So definitely, actually hacking. Like, if I learn how to hack, like white hat hacking, nothing like that. To steal stuff from banks. No, no, just like to mess around,
okay,
or
okay.
for security reasons, but to help to be a net security guy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be nice. I wish I had like. I wish I could just like snap my fingers and be like, you have good compute, like perfect IT skills.
No, no. You know what I would do if I had control of like if I got control of something like Amazon, I would just transfer the no, I would siphon the funds of the CEO and just transfer that into several computer parts for friends, just for them to upgrade their rigs.
Just be like, these people get free Amazon.
Exactly. Like you get a free month of Amazon Prime. You get a new GPU. You get some new memories and I don't know, lifetime supply of noodles or something. Or their favorite food.
Lifetime supply.
I mean, hey, maybe someone would like that.
I mean, no, fair. Funny enough, that one might be the cheapest one. Cause like they sell like instant ramen for like I've seen instant ramen go for like 10 for $1 before
Yeah.
of like the like stovetop kind. So just be like a lifetime supply would be just like No, that could be like maybe $1,000. Couple
No,
thousand
no, wait.
dollars.
Better thing. A subscription to to those subscri- I'm trying to remember the thing. It's like a subscription service that just sends you the ingredients to kind of teach you how to cook. I think it's like
Oh,
Factor 75 or
oh
something like that.
yeah, like yeah, Factor or HelloFresh is another one.
Yes, HelloFresh. Just send them like 5 months of HelloFresh for you, free of
Yeah,
charge.
I've looked into that before. Back when I don't know if you remember when I lived when I before I had a car and I was like I cannot go to the grocery store. That,
Yeah,
and I was but yeah, I looked into that at the time and like so expensive. Seemed so convenient though.
yeah. Then hey, you learn how to cook in the middle of it. At least with not Factor, with the HelloFresh, because they send you the ingredients.
Yeah. 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 That'd be nice.
Yeah,
All right. Well, yeah. All right. So that's all the questions. So I guess it's time for us to wrap up then.
yeah. I
So
was about to say because like it's getting close to midnight 30 here, but not to complain. I've been having a blast here.
like so much for being on. I really appreciate it, Bongo. I hope you had a sell of a night.
Hell yeah, I had the cell of a time, everybody.
um, but yeah, before we go, here is your soapbox to shout out anything that you're doing or your channel in general. And
Oh yeah. So yeah, for anyone that would be following me or that wants to follow, I'm still doing Child's Choice until I get to the end of Cyberpunk, and I will get to the end. Besides that, I'm streaming almost every day. On Tuesdays, I'm doing Valhalla with my lovely novella. And on Thursdays, I'm doing Split Fiction with Cyber Tiger VA. He's also a VTuber that's also a big fan of Gundam and building stuff. And a voice actor. Like seriously, the voice of the guy is awesome. And
yeah,
besides that, I'm gonna be stopping a bit with Borderlands, and I'm gonna be starting Monster Hunter Rise because I got in the mood of getting back to Monster Hunter. And hopefully one day I will get to play Wilds as well. If my little my little potato machine lets me.
lovely. Well,
Oh yeah.
like always, please go follow Bongo. They're really cool. I like them. That's why they're here. Um,
Hell yeah.
you know the drill, the social medias, discords, and all that. Hope you all had a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh, bye everybody.